get your life back together. And no matter the storm that you go through, you gotta hold on because God really shows you. Now I'm just trying to give you some advice. No, I'm just trying to give you some advice. Hey, it's magic. Abracadabra. You really gotta get your life back together. No matter the storm that you go through, you gotta hold on because God really shows you. No, I'm just trying to give you some advice. I put several, but I've been a hard head in life. But if you pray, God will show you. Grab your hand, take a chance, He will mold you. Your world will use and abuse you, chew you up, spit you out, and confuse you. Hey, it's magic. Hey, it's magic. Abracadabra. You really gotta get your life back together. No matter the storm that you go through, you gotta hold on because God really shows you. Hey, because God really shows you. Hey, because God really shows you. Hey, hey. Go. Hey. My intuition was given by a source. Hey. My intuition was given by a source. I know a lot of people watching, of course. Sitting back, manifesting my reality. Supernatural powers, nothing can get past me. Go. Hey, you gotta heal to release the pain. You gotta heal to release the pain. The death called me and the reaper came. Hey, you gotta heal to release the pain. Death called me and the reaper came. In my life, it ain't been the same. You gotta heal to release the pain. Hey. Hey. Heal to release the pain.
Hey.
What's up, tribe? Hope you guys are doing well in positive energy, okay? Right? Attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright, right? Of course, we're coming through with another live for you guys. Make sure you take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the page, the video, you know, run it up, right? Share the video out. There's so many people that need this message, right? So if you find yourself here, This message is probably definitely going to resonate with you, okay? Shout out to everyone. I see all the hearts. We love you guys. Hey, what's up, tribe?
Big hearts.
Soul Tribe, yeah, we down for life.
Appreciate every bit of it. Appreciate it. Right.
And we do it for the Soul Tribe.
This is for the Soul Tribe.
Okay. Soul Tribe, yeah, we down for life.
It feels so good right now.
It does.
Right? I know I was doing empath audio type, and I was doing that. But today is just we let go of that for a second. So it's here, we feel good.
It does. Good energy.
It feels so good right now.
We about to tap into your energy.
Right. Who?
And don't forget, we elemental beings.
Somebody might need to get outside and get some of this.
It feels very good out here. Like, I don't know, something about that, but let's see. Okay, so of course we're gonna start off. I got some downloads. You know, I heard some things before we got on here. You know, when I was connected with spirit. So this could be significant in your life, right? But take the message how it resonates. Don't try to make anything fit. Everything's not gonna be for you, and that's okay. But when you come across this channel, at some point, something's gonna resonate, right?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I heard the name Jace, Shanique, Francis, Lloyd, Sanchez, Tiffany, Angel, Tony, Gavin, Marco, Ayana, Christian, Seth, and Cheyenne. So this could be your name or a significant here, okay? We got the number 33 coming out for you, okay? There's something about 1979. This could be the year you were born. We got 1982 showing up in 2001 here for you. I don't know. You could have graduated that year. You could have been born that year. You could have had a child. Something significant about Spain, okay? I don't know.
Barcelona.
Okay, look, we got St. Paul, Minnesota showing up. Okay, and then we got October 25th. This could be your birthday. May 3rd, December 12th, and September 4th. Happy birthday, Virgo. Okay. Something about more money, more problems here. You could be acquiring more money, but there could be a lot more problems. Okay? And something about Reddings, California. That's what I got for you.
I've been around.
Hey,
I've been around
the world,
and
yeah.
I've been player.
Oh, that's a different one.
You remember that song? That was Mace. Clip what Mace who? Dang what Mace do. Got a lot of girls
that would love to replace you. Tell them to the Facebook, not behind your back.
Cats talk slick. Never mind that. Something like that.
Okay. Or whatever he said.
There's always gonna be a hater in the midst.
Okay. I don't know. Something about that. So let's go. Let's see what's up here. What's the current energy? Ooh.
Brr. I'm gonna justify these two cards right quick.
Okay.
Stepping into this energy. See what it's really saying. Okay. Wow. I immediately got a picture of Harriet Tubman. How about you? Can you see Harriet in this?
Mm-hmm. Somebody's leaving at nighttime. Maybe it could be more safe.
Night to the freedom.
Okay, somebody could be leaving something at night. It could be more safe for you. Okay, maybe you don't feel safe for somebody to see you leaving.
Yeah, this is a weird energy. Like Night to the freedom, it feels like Harriet Tubman, like when she kind of like had to creep away with the slaves to free them on a, you know, I feel like this could be and it says you must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, right? Whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society, break free and run faster towards your dream. And it's crazy that this card says run faster, because I remember when I was young, you know, I knew a few dudes and we used to say that, hey, Shabba, you ain't catching up to me, boy, run faster. Like, with this run faster, I feel like somebody, you might gotta get away from something. And I feel like you may have to just move.
That's real.
You may have to plan in silence. You may have to strategize. And you might gotta be like on some real Harriet Tubman type of energy, like real you know, very, very secretive with your movements, right?
Like, don't tell your right hand what your left hand is doing.
At all.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's what I just heard. Like, you know, that kind of energy.
And the Five of Pentacles to the growth, right? This could very well be a journey toward a form of homelessness, right? Not necessarily meaning without a home, but sometimes when you get away from your family that's homeless, when you have to go make decisions that go against people that you close to, it makes you feel like isolated. Five of Pentacles, but it's for your growth. I feel like, honestly, if I really be honest, somebody you needing to move away from something and maybe not broadcast it, right? Maybe that's where you having a problem moving. Maybe you consult with people, should I do this or should I do that? Well, that becomes an obstacle, especially if the people you consulting with, they link to the problem, which most of the times, that's how evil spirits work. Normally they get somebody that's close to you that's linked to the problem. So you become a source of information for all monitoring spirits. Night to the freedom.
We got clinging over here, holding on, obsessing, spying, and then we have Pallas Athena with detached from drama. Okay, what's going on here? Somebody tell me. Like,
I need to break
you know,
free.
I feel like there's someone, you could be feeling like you're literally suffocating from a situation. Like, I don't know if, you know, because we got Nourish over here too, where it says self-growth, self-focus, soul finding, and then we have the Three of Wands here. So I'm confused because I'm like, you know, I don't know if there's a group of people that you're working with, but you desire to work with another group of people or something like that. Okay, maybe you're working with the wrong people or something like that. I don't know, because there's a, you know, you have the nourishing to the Three of Wands over here. You know, the Three of Wands over here is like, you know, you being able to see something come because you're growing, self-growth. You're focused on self. You're finding your soul. But I don't know, this energy over here is like smothering. How can you really focus on yourself if you have this clinging energy that's literally suffocating you?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Clinging
it doesn't
and
give you,
detached.
yeah, it doesn't give you any room for growth. It doesn't give you any room for finding your soul, being really focused. I'm saying someone with over here, it's like, how can you be focused? But it's like over here, it's, I don't know, I feel like you have an option, you know? You gotta pick and choose your battle here, and that's real. That's exactly what it is.
You know, I want to say, this doesn't have to be somebody that's with somebody. Somebody could have a hold on you this strong and not even be in your presence.
Absolutely.
Like, this could be a phone. Like, I'm feeling like somebody, like, basically saying, like, why you ain't answer the phone, right? And that, it's, I feel this connection, and it's not my energy, but I feel somebody that's connected to that phone. Like, somebody call your phone, and it makes you, right?
I feel like it's not even I feel like it's a detached energy because it's obsessing. You know how it could be even you still trying to figure out why something didn't go right, or, you know, why someone did something, or, you know, I don't know, just holding on to, you know, to past energy, you know, maybe still obsessing over things that you would like to know because you're human, but, you know, it's not for you to know. I don't know if someone's falling into their old ways of like spying and just having to, you know, you might be falling into your own ways. I mean, let's just be real. You know, we're human beings, and at some point we got to be like, okay, you know, yeah, I need to stop, because, you know, when you find yourself going and doing those things, you know, you sometimes you need somebody to wake you up, like, all right, you know what, let me get it back together, right? Because that's what I'm seeing here. I see a person that was free from a situation that causes you to be very uptight, and maybe you backslid. I don't know.
I heard the word the Hereford, and yeah, and Demetrius. I don't know. Early this morning,
Oh my gosh.
I heard, what was that name? I heard the name Ulysses during the reading,
this morning.
And the lady was like, "Oh my God, that's my dad's name."
And
And
he
I
was like, "No, it's not."
why she sent us her birth certificate?
She sent her birth certificate.
That was so crazy.
It was so weird.
I was like, word.
That was surely her dad's name. Okay? So,
But most of the time that happens in personal readings.
It does.
When we do personal readings, that always, almost always happens.
I feel like God does it for like a confirmation for people or something. I don't know.
I don't know how I hear it. I hear it though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's still pretty new to me.
What's up, y'all?
Dimitri. I just seen Demetrius and somebody jumping
Oh,
on.
wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, I love that. Going homeless to find where home truly is. Where home, man, been there, done that. I'm telling you, it was the most beautiful experience ever. You know, it was so humbling.
I just heard your name, sir.
Yeah.
And I just pulled the card about going homeless too, as well.
Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Dang. To find where home is. I love that. That's positive.
Ten of Swords to the confidence, right? This is somebody who's trying to rob you of something, right? It's somebody in your energy and they coming after your confidence. And that's why I said, like Lala was saying, I feel like it's a detached kind of energy, but I feel like this person has a way of coming for you and shaking your confidence. And not to mention the Ten of Swords is somebody that's out playing for keeps about it. Like, you can't give these type of people an opportunity to get you in this Ten of Swords energy. Some people don't come back from this. That's why it's not good to run the gauntlet of the when God gives you an opportunity to move on, and you know your mind becomes strong and you get away from the narcissist gauntlet, don't run back into it, because the gauntlet of the narcissist is designed to really, really strip you all the way down until one day you wake up and be like, where did all of me go? Right?
And CEO had nothing left, right? Then went from a grape to a raisin.
Yeah.
Okay?
King of Pentacles to the loyalty. It shows a masculine energy, but it also shows a person who is very much loyal to self, which I feel is good. And I'm going with that because that's the intuition. Like, this King of Pentacles is a very solid energy, right? Look at him. He just sitting there in the earth all seasons, right? Pretty much unmovable.
Somebody could have a standard sized poodle.
A dog is definitely significant. It's on the card.
Okay. Over here, I got the Two of Pentacles to the rejection. Okay, let's talk about it. Right? Straight up, you know, you could be going through some kind of rejection right now, and let's talk about it. Who really likes to be rejected? None of us. Right? You know, rejection is like the total confidence killer. So that could be the energy that my husband's picking up over there, right? It could be something like that, you know, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. Okay? There could be a need for you to write, journal, okay? Something about that. Someone, I don't know, a book could be very significant for you. Maybe you need to read a book. Someone needs to write a book here. You know, you're at the point where you've read enough books. It's time to maybe write your own. You know, it's time for you to be the author. Something like that. Someone heard me. Okay? But you could be clinging on to things that are taking too much of your time here. So you feel like you don't have enough time to be productive. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, like, you know, being caught up in things that really don't serve you. So you can't see that, you know, maybe God is giving you extra time to be able to do something else here. You could be needing to evaluate how you're spending your time here. Okay? Rejection. You know, it's a part of life. We all have been rejected. We all will be rejected at some point. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I feel like there's someone that maybe when rejection comes around with the Two of Pentacles, it's hard for you to really balance it out because, you know, I don't know, because maybe, you know, when you're a very loving and giving person, you know, it's like you want to expect you from people, but at some point, we have to understand that we can't keep expecting us from others. Like, you literally have to do things with no intentions of receiving anything back, right? Literally, like, you have to, because this rejection could be really throwing someone off. Like, you could be stable until this rejection comes, and then you don't really know how to balance it out, because you could be like, well, I do X, Y, and Z for him, her, and them, but when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying, they keep rejecting me. Well, you need to balance things out. Are you allowing this to keep happening? Do you keep doing things for people that you know it's not an equal give and take kind of relationship? Because if so, you're the abuser to yourself. It's not them being abusive, because fool me once, guess what? It's a shame on you. Fool me twice, it's a shame on me, because at some point we have to start learning the lessons, right? When you keep going through the same thing over and over again, it's literally a lesson that God is really trying to get you to learn. And if you know how you be like, same shit, different day. You ever get in that energy where it just feel like you just going through, it's like the whole month is gone and every day has just been, golly, the energy's just been off. Well, sometimes you have to check self, right? Because that's where the energy is coming from. Are you allowing things to ruin your day, to destroy your peace? Do you keep giving, even though you never get anything back, right? That's draining, right? Not to do things to receive back, but I mean, if that's what's happening and it's bothering you, then you need to fix that, you know? You need to look at yourself and say, why do I feel so low about me that I got to keep taking from me to make people feel happy? There's something wrong with me, Lord. I need help. Lord. Right? That's what I had to do.
It's crazy because what you saying, leave that right there, rejection, right? And balance, something about imbalance, and it's showing up. Justice in reverse is rejection. Endurance, right? And I can see this clearly. Prince of Swords upright to the Prince of Swords to the Prince of Torches in reverse. Stagnant energy. This is offsetting penalties. For people who don't know what an offsetting penalty is in football, like if two people make a foul at the same time, neither foul counts. So the energy remains the same.
Washes each other out.
This could be very well be your justice in reverse, is your own indecision, getting in the way of the process, right? And with this endurance, I feel like a lot of people are going through this phase. I spoke about it. It's a phase that Carl Jung referred to as the Negrado. The Negrado is that phase where the brand new you is emerging and the old you is passing away. So a lot of different things you feel imbalanced about. And this is why certain things can't come in, because it's not time. You haven't integrated yourself well enough, even though we think we can handle it. And this ain't about money. This about just life in ease, life that's not necessarily comfortable all the time, but life that's manageable, life that's conducive. The reason why some people don't have it, some people are going through the homeless stage. Some people are, but they are growing. And if you journal your life at that point, you will look back. I promise you.
That's right.
Let me tell you something about writing, right? When we began doing what we do, we did a lot of writing. I did a lot of writing. I didn't know I was keeping a journal. I was just writing. I was teaching. I was writing. Do you know, I look back at those writings and be like, man, I see negative and positive. I see where I was so fiery, and my connection to spirit was so strong and naive, right? And I see those, and I'm able to look at myself. That's a way of journaling. Just write down. Like, you don't gotta necessarily be like, well, what did I do today? Journaling is capturing the energy of the moment. Write whatever you write. It's real. It's that powerful. You ever written something that's small, and then years pass and you see it and you be like, wow, I remember when I wrote that. Or it might be a post you might have made from years ago, and then when it pop up, you look at it and you can remember your energy. That's what journaling benefits you. Imagine if you got a whole lot of that, like a whole lot of things that you just start writing down. when you in the rough stages, when you in the unintegrated phases, when you in the wilderness. Because that's what the energy of Christ was about when he was in the wilderness. It was an integration period.
You know, it allows you to express yourself. A lot of times, you know, we don't know how to express ourselves. So imagine if you just journal, you know, some of the things you want to say to people, you don't really know how to express yourself. So then you become frustrated, this big ball of energy, right? Because when you are a divine being, let's be honest, you know, when you are angry, upset, having anxiety and panic attacks, that shit is real, and it's real big energy, right? So it's very important for you to do these things so that you can even go back and read and see how far you have come and grown. Sometimes you get to the point where, you know, you grow and then you can't really see it. But imagine if you journal and you could go back and be like, well, dang, on this day I was really bad. You know, I was looking at this situation, you know, really wrong, and now I can see how I have grown because that situation wasn't so bad.
I was just getting that. And it was coming in as the ability to review your ego death. Like sometimes when I look at my writings, I see where my ego began to die. I can see my ego death. Like, okay, I really, you know, journaling is good.
Okay.
It's good. And whatever way you do it, write it down. The energy will extend.
Okay. You know, I feel like the world has become, you know, so I don't want to say lazy, but you know, we just have fallen away from just natural, traditional things, like the basic things. And you know, like when computers came, you know, we stopped writing in our notepads, right? Not really understanding, and that was like the most natural, raw form of expression, right? To be able to write everything you feel, right? Well, you know, with no judgment in your book, because who's gonna judge your book, right? God, right? You, when you go back and you see things, right, you'll be able to see like, oh my gosh, I was tripping over this. Like, you know, I'm so glad I'm here. Now I want to go there. You know, when you start looking at the things you wrote, you can even see where you want to go. You know, like, okay, well, I was there. Now I'm here. Okay, let me see if I can get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this right here is making me smile inside. Like, I see this 10 of torches, 9 of swords in reverse to the 4 of pentacles, and I see somebody, you carry your weight very well. Like, you know, the burdens that you have, the things that you're responsible for. Look at this 10 of torches. It's not like the normal 10 of wands where, you know, you burden down. There's somebody who, and the 9 of swords in reverse, you know, you're not losing a lot of sleep about it. Maybe you learning how to really, really understand that your problems don't define your whole life. Like, maybe you understand that everybody got bills, right? Long as you in the energy of moving towards something, things begin to work out for you. Maybe you starting to see that, right? 4 of Pentacles even shows you learning how to kind of hold back where it's needed, right? Look at this. I'm hearing the word frugality. Somebody you practicing frugality, you holding your coins, you know, you doing a little better. Life is getting better in this energy, especially when the 9 of swords is in reverse. See, upright, that's when you can't sleep. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You know them times when you can't sleep, whether it's problems or whether it's intoxication. They don't be good nights. They be them nights where, you know, when you get around to the morning, you be glad if you get some sleep. Sometimes the 9 of swords, it be night turning into day and day turning into night again. Some people problems run deep. But the 4 of Pentacles, it shows you, I feel like, in a skeptical energy, you know, very sketchy about who you gonna give to. I think that's good for you. Let me justify you and jump out. Love, right? And maybe that's how you carrying this 10 of torches, right? It's love, you know, love for your family, love for your situation, love for the people that's connected to you. You know, I mean, I see somebody you handling it well, and love explains the strength behind this. Like, because normally people with the ten of torches, there's a burden, there's a cross to bear. Be encouraged.
Someone's rushing. I don't know. I feel like slow down. I don't know. You know, you could be like, you know how like you get on your journey, right? And then you feel like you wasted so many years. So then you feel like you want to just rush because you feel like, you should be so much further than where you are, right? And you shouldn't think like that because, we got time here. Waiting, cycles, and moments. I feel like right now it's very important to enjoy the moments. Like, if you can't appreciate the moments and all you can think about is what's to come, that's not a good energy, right? That puts you in a very nerve-wracking energy. Now, there is something about time here, and then we got the World card coming out here in the reverse for you, okay? So, with the World coming out in the reverse, I feel like there's something that, you have not completed. It's something that, you might want to be done with it, but I feel like it's not over, okay? This could be like that lesson I was talking about that you really have to learn. Like this time, you're going to really have to pay attention to why you keep going through this specific thing, because there's truly a lesson in it. It's not that, you're being punished. It's not that, you're being picked on. It's that, there's something that you need to learn about something, and you could be like skipping, what the lesson is, okay? Something about that, because we got clarity showing up here for you as well. Truth, intentions, and honesty. Truth though, and it's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, it's like I feel like someone wants, like, maybe you just want to see yourself get to that place. Maybe you could be nervous, like, well, if I don't get there now, what if I don't make it? Certain people in my family, they didn't make it to a certain age. Or, if I don't get there now, I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, But you have to stop being so anxious, so nervous. You have to understand that you are on divine timing. I feel like you could be rushing now. Like, how back when you were outside in the streets, you weren't really worried about time, right? But I feel like now time, you could be feeling like time is really pressing. So you could be feeling anxious, and, you got to let that energy go and just stick to your priorities here, because there's something that needs to be completed that has not been completed yet, okay? That's the truth. I'm just being honest here because I love y'all. I do. Like, there's a thing that you need to like do it and do it right. Put your all into it, because you like, I don't know, it's time, it takes time to do it right. Like, you can't take the shortcut. Like, you can't half-ass on whatever this is, because, your name is going behind this. So I know you want to get where you're going, but you got to make sure that you put your all into whatever this thing is, okay? And have your priorities together in regards to this. Now, with the World being here in the reverse, it just means that, this cycle is not over yet. But, once you take the proper steps, what happens? The World becomes flipped around. That brings in success, achievements. That brings in, a cycle completed, because it's here, right? The energy is out here. So it can be flipped around is how I look at it, okay? Being truthful right now is very important for you. I feel like, even with small things, you could be being tested about the truth, Maybe it's been hard for you to tell the truth for a very long time, and now, you are telling the truth, but maybe it's still intimidating to tell the truth about everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you feel like you don't want to give so much of yourself away, right? It's not that you want to lie. It's not that you want to, be hold information back. It's just like, maybe you just don't know. Something like that. Okay. We got, yeah, look. We got the strength card coming out here for you. So something about being courageous. You know, look. Look at that little thing taming that bear, okay? Right? Someone's very courageous during this time. Even though you are uncertain and unsure, I feel like you still are courageous. You know, you could be like, you know, I don't know, I'm just still holding on, you know, I really don't know. And even though I question every day, because I'm seeing someone like, you know, you really struggle every day to like, but at the end of the day, you know what you know, that one thing that you know to hold on to, right? But there's definitely that one thing that we gotta let go here. And then we gotta come out the closet. I told you, I don't know if you're hiding something in your home, in the closet, that you need to get rid of. I don't know. Okay? Whatever it is. Okay? Something's gonna come out in due time is what I'm hearing. You know?
If you're in a relationship with somebody, you definitely can't hide your sexuality. If you, because somebody might be trying to do that too. Like, might be a need to be honest with yourself.
Yeah. Okay. You could be wasting time. They could be like, I was waiting on you to tell me. Right? Something like that. That's what I just heard. Okay? Clarity. You know, you can't lie to intuitive people. They intuitive just like you. Okay? And life is getting better. Look, this could be your twin flame that we're talking about. You know, maybe you hold back some of the truth. I seen trust, peace offering, and choose peace. You chose peace. So, I don't know. I don't know. There's a peace offering here. And it says choose peace. So peace is available, you know. Peace is here. That means like if chaos is happening, you gotta make sure you're not choosing chaos, because it says choose peace. There's a peace offering here. Okay? There's a peace offering here. So it's up to you to choose the peace, because remember, we are masters of our own reality, right? So something about that.
These cards pretty much saying the same thing. Is another Ten of Wands. I just pulled a ten of Torches, so this is another Ten of Wands. Judgment, Two of Pentacles. Juggling, Judgment. The Judgment, I feel like, is a card that favors you, right? Ten of Wands to the Judgment, Two of Pentacles, it really feels like a person who, you have a lot, but I think you're equipped to deal with it. You're juggling, and a lot of people are, right? But you're dealing with it, and you could be working with like an art energy, like Michael, depending upon what you believe in. But Judgment is a powerful major arcana to see in your reading, right? It definitely means a spiritual force is moving with you, right? Judgment kind of energy. Two of Pentacles, and then you have transition. This is a powerful time of change. You're being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. You may also need to engage in a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. And I feel like this can lessen your weight. Like the Two of Pentacles, cleansing your spirit, you know, spiritual cleansing, emotional cleansing, energetic cleansing. It lightens the load. Things don't feel so heavy. And you do these kinds of things with intent and with purpose. It's not a willy-nilly process. Like, because some people be like, I don't see the benefit of taking a spiritual bath or spiritual cleansing. If you don't see the benefit, you'll never get the benefit. That's how things in the spirit work. It's not designed for a person that's not going to put forth the effort and put their intentions behind the motion you just gonna stand on the sideline and not understand it. That's the way that things work in the spirit realm, right? You gotta have faith to cause a reaction.
We got loyalty. You can have a lab, okay? Trusting, reliability, and believing. We got the dog is coming out twice. There's something very significant about someone's dog. I don't know if your dog like saved you in a health scare or something like that, is what I'm saying. Someone's dog protected them in some kind of situation, a very loyal animal.
It's a loyal ass dog
service
out here.
animal or something like that.
Look at this. It came out twice.
Yeah, okay. Something about energy healing, okay?
We had a dog like that. His
We
name
did.
was Smoke.
Smoke.
He was an all-black Belgian Shepherd. I swear they sent him to us from the Yamas. He had a old soul. Most beautiful animal.
Okay, I miss him.
Yeah, he
Right.
smoked.
Right? I don't know, but there's something about loyalty here. Okay? I don't know if you've been going through old black and white photos or something like that, or there's some kind of memory about your childhood in a black and white TV or something like that. But you're doing a lot of energy healing, whether you know it or not. Like, even the negative shit that you're going through is actually healing your energy, because some things you need to feel. Like, I know we don't like to, feel every emotion, but you need to feel some of these things in order to be who you are. In order to be a healer, you have to go through healing, and that's what's happening here. So you're feeling every emotion possible, but you're actually healing your energy here. Just remain loyal, to yourself, to the people you love, to what's important to you, even when nobody's around. Like, remain loyal. Okay, something about that. See the other person's point of view. That could be important. Sometimes when we are divine beings, we be like, oh, God is talking to us. Well, God talks to other people too. So see the other person's point of view. Sometimes somebody's coming with a message for you, right? I know we all want to be the messenger, right? We do, right? But sometimes you have to take the other person's point of view into consideration. God has a lot of divine beings here on earth that have a lot of good, reliable, resourceful knowledge and information. So I don't know, be loyal.
Iron sharpens iron.
Okay,
Iron sharpens iron.
there it is.
Somebody, I see a strong biblical faith out here. Like, you got the Two of Cups to the strength to the good news, right? And immediately when I seen this, I thought somebody has a very powerful faith, right? Two of Cups to the strength could also be a very powerful relationship or marriage. Good news and trust, right? When it's good, it's good, Good news and trust, Two of Cups to the strength. That could be a real good, wholesome faith in God. And when you have that kind of faith, God reacts to it. It don't matter what people say about you. They might get it misconstrued. Walking with God and the Most High ain't never had nothing to do with what people think. It's about this energy that I'm seeing right here. Two of Cups to the strength is a person that has a relationship, right, with God. Not to mention somebody can have a very strong relationship. But what I'm seeing with this good news and the trust, I'm really saying a mutual relationship, whatever you consider God to be. I'm sensing a biblical faith, though, definitely. Son or daughter of Christ, seed of Christ, kind of energy right here. Look who popped out. Jesus. There he is right there. Seed of Christ. He comes out. Hold on to your faith. There's a reason why demons run from that name. Always remember that. There's a reason why. Name run deeper than what the Bible tell you too. That's the paradox. Look, Wheel of Fortune fell out.
To the father, husband, brother, son. You could be a man, okay, in the energy. The Wheel of Fortune, things are changing for you. Okay? A change of events.
Got the Wheel of Fortune right here. It fell out my deck.
Okay?
That's a change of events.
That could be good news.
You know, when we talk about the Wheel of Fortune is a culmination of events, right? It's like all these things go all these different ways and then it end up working out for you. You could be looking back at a time where things wasn't so good. Look at you, you shining now. Or you hear that you was shining now.
All things work out for the good for those who love the Lord and
Called according to his purpose.
Purpose.
That's the Wheel of Fortune energy.
Okay? I couldn't even get it out.
You heard me?
We got escaping, avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. You escaped something here, okay? I don't know. You're escaping something here. I'm going to say escaping because I feel like this is to come. Because remember we had clinging in the beginning. So I feel like you're going to escape from whatever is making you feel suffocated, making you feel like you can't breathe, making you feel like you can't go, making you feel like you can't stay motivated, making you feel like you just can't stay focused. Okay, you know, imagine when you're in toxic situations, whether it's family, friends, whoever, it takes up so much time that could be used for things that are positive. You know, you find yourself in an argument for 17 hours and 53 minutes. You like ain't nothing get done. You still got dishes to do, dinner to do. You've been arguing for 18 hours and 49 minutes, okay? Like, you know, escaping those kind of things and choosing peace. I feel like that, you know?
Even escaping ego-driven behavior.
Okay.
That's an escape from self. You know how I was speaking about that yesterday. You know, like if you're a content creator and you know you're doing work, if you at a place where you anxious and you know you always nervous and you always that's because ego is most likely in the play. And I feel like moving away from the ego, escaping the ego, things become smoother. Like the soul's reaction is not necessarily something that we can just trigger all the time. Like, you know, it's like we get a taste of something from the soul and then we think it means go. Nah, it's really like less is more.
Yeah.
You know, less is more. When you looking for that inspiration, it's not, you know, nobody's gonna be in a what you call it, they godlike self at 24/7.
But that's when the witch said the hex work. that 3 little minutes, that 1 little hour, right? Excuse me. We got resistance. Who are you resisting? There's a secret admirer. Okay, suppressing and timid. Why are you so shy? I see it too. Someone is so shy. Like, you know, you could be a person that does not like to be on camera, and I don't understand why. Like, you're beautiful, you know? I'm talking about your soul. Like, you know, it's deeper than how you look. You better start getting on that camera and taking those calls. You could be resistant to people because of your own thoughts about yourself.
Damn, 6 of Cups.
Okay?
Damn. Right as she said it.
Yeah. Okay? Maybe someone from your past, like, you know, really traumatized you. You know, maybe they really abused you verbally. You know, maybe they really played on your mind. And so, you know, there's still a little bit of insecurities or something there. And you could be resisting, you know,
7 of Torches.
things that are really good for
Listen,
you.
this is the defense card. You're defensive, as
Very
she's saying
defensive.
it. I mean, the cards is falling out at this point.
Okay. That's real. Okay.
That 6 of Cups, man, that's a hard one right there. That's like when you just can't let go of something.
Back down memory lane.
You know, I saw a photograph For somebody, that's all it takes is a picture.
I
And
saw
you-
your picture on the mirror. Start to blush when somebody calls your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. I see you walking in my direction. I go the other way.
You know,
Okay, I start to stutter when I
that's
speak.
crazy.
Shout out to Fantasia.
What was that other song we heard this morning when we was going to the doctor's office to get the glasses? And he was like, I just want to know, do you think of me? What's that?
Oh, I only think of you on 2 occasions.
No.
And that's day.
No, not
Oh.
that.
Oh,
It was a song. It's kind of like it's a man.
say it again.
He be like, I just wanted to, I ain't want to bother you, or you could tell your husband to relax. I just want to know, do you think of me?
You talking? Oh my
How'd
God.
it go?
Oh my God! I
can't
just had
think
it. Tell your fiance he can relax, Neo.
Yo, that's
I just wonder,
Wonder, hey,
do you ever think of me
anymore?
I got
Somebody in that energy.
Okay, I
Somebody
found
in that energy. Did you?
I
Give me
found
some.
it.
I couldn't get it out.
Shorty.
Cause
was
I don't really
play
like.
that
I
back.
don't like Neo.
But you know, I got that
anyway, but
photographic memory, so I didn't really. I had to just go back and replay
You
the
know
day.
what? I didn't even know that was Neo sung that. I just
Mhm.
remember it because we heard it when we was going. I was like, that's somebody's life right there. Like,
Heard you're having a baby girl. If she looks anything like her mother.
that's that Six of Cups.
Okay.
energy. That's that Six of Cups energy.
Let's see. Okay. We also heard boy, you never find another love as good as this. Something for the people. So you better represent. He was jamming. Cause my love is the
I
bomb,
think he had
baby, bomb,
Jeezy too.
baby.
The world is yours and everything
Dang
in
in
it.
it.
It's out there. Get on your grind and get it.
Yeah.
Hands in the air.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. They my old days. I'm in Six of Cups energy right
Me
now.
too. Y'all, somebody made me
Excuse me.
nostalgic than a motherfucker. And my
Excuse
throat,
me.
my throat chakra feel like
You
it
can
needs
do
some
anything
water.
you put your mind to,
Okay.
put your grind to, forgive. No, let me. I get back to
We
you.
got past life.
Past life.
We
yeah.
in our past life
Let me
energy.
get out of there.
Deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. Okay? Get out the past. Okay?
Six of Cups. Past life energy. That's old you energy. Temperance to the Hermit in reverse, right? Spirit is saying somebody, you probably need to go within, right? And reevaluate. Temperance to the Hermit in reverse is somebody that is, first of all, the way you saying things could be imbalanced and you can know it. And it's up to you to really, really be honest enough with yourself, because sometimes we see the thing right before us, unfolding. We see what it's hitting for, and we get so complacent and we get so reliant upon God that we miss the lesson. And the lesson is get your ass up and make motion, right? Because if you in a place where you know what's going on, but you're not planning right in your mind, because the Hermit is in reverse, meaning that either it's a failure to process something mentally, or it's a big, large-scale denial when the Hermit is in reverse. And I see Temperance going towards it, right? So it's like, that's what's needed. Prince of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign energy, right? You could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, right? And if you are a Taurus, because I see a bull here, right? And I know this is a Taurus card, but I also feel like not necessarily a Taurus, but that stubborn energy of the bull, right? I feel like somebody, you so stubborn internally. Like, it's like God giving you the vision of what's going on, but you kind of like not wanting to see it, not wanting to process it the right way, right? Temperance, you gotta bring balance to that. If this is you and it's resonating, like you can't look at things, especially if you're an empath. You're gonna be hurting. The empath is a person that really can see the damn future of the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can see the damn future of the thing. Like, meaning when they get a crack in it, you can see where the water's gonna come in. You can see where it's gonna unfold. You can see where it's gonna fail. You can see who about to act strange. You can see all of these things, right? But what do? We get complacent and we be like, well, God will make a way. God is making a way because God giving us the insight to really look at it. And along with that insight, God is always giving us an opportunity, right? Somebody, your relationship with God, your ancestors or whatever. When I see Temperance out here, you know who this is? This is Gabriel. So there is no way out. No, that's a lack mind. It's that we don't want to take the path out. We don't want to take the path, right? And I don't know why Spirit got me saying that, but I feel like it's relative to somebody, right? Stop being stubborn and bullheaded. Change what you need to change, or do what you need to do, or, move how God is kind of urging you to move, right?
We got Vishnu showing up for you, and it says trust here. Okay, trust the process. Okay, trust yourself. Sometimes you gotta just trust yourself. Like, God has given you enough to trust yourself. You don't need the okay from anyone. You don't need the validation. You don't need the opinion. You don't need the okay, the green light, or anything. Trust yourself because you trust God, and God has given you the download about something here. Okay, so we got trust showing up for you. Okay.
I think that helped somebody right there.
Ooh.
Somebody was just helped.
Let's see. They want to jump out my hand. Conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. This energy does not go with trust. This is lukewarm energy. Like, you got to pick a side and stand there, Like, if someone says, what side are you on? You got to be able to be like, I'm over here or I'm over there. There's no in between. Something about making a decision. You could be very conflicted about something. And I told you, you already know what to do about this. I don't know. I feel like a ping pong. It's like something's going back and forth here, but I don't know. There's multiple choices, but there's the right choice. Is what I just heard.
I like this. I want to hold this.
Okay.
Can I hold this conflicted? I want to hold this conflicted, right? Because look at this devil card, right? This is an extraordinary devil card. Look at this devil card. You see how this is an innocent person, but on the inside of the innocent person is a devil, right? And I believe that this is speaking about an empath and the narcissist that lives within
inside
you.
Of us. Okay.
All of us.
Right.
You gotta realize
the duality.
It's a duality to life. It's a duality to each and every one of us. And you could be conflicted with that duality, not realizing, right? You could be in denial, and that's holding up your integration. Not really wanting to embrace certain aspects of your own darkness, right? And that's going to hold you up. It's not about working with spirits and all of that. It's about you being conflicted with self, within. Look at this. Again, I've never seen a devil card with this reflection. It's clearly showing the devil within. Because on the outside, it looks like an innocent child, right? And then you got also the Four Swords following this devil. And that's somebody too comfortable with their addictions. Or You either too comfortable with addictions or you too comfortable with the devil being around you, because the 4 swords off the devil, that's a conflict. I'm not in for, if the devil is around me or devil's energy, it's not a time to be 4 swords. 4 swords, look, that's napping. It's divine rest though. Don't get me wrong, like God in there. You see them swords by the sun? That's that, and I always say the 4 swords is divine rest card. So it's like the rest that God gives, but it's not the rest to get comfortable with the devil being in your vicinity. Like, for instance, people with street level habits. Being too comfortable, you can push up on something and it can have something mixed in it or cut in it, right? We don't want to be in the 4 swords around. Not what you know. If you have certain things that vices and addictions, at least know your source. That's what I always tell people. Like, not to be judgmental, because everybody is at a different place in their journey. But don't be comfortable with just, you know, things that have a devilish nature. It's not to be in the 4 swords around them. Even people. Once somebody show you that they showing up in your life as the devil or the demon or whatever it is, and they working. Once they show you that, you got a decision to make with your energy now. It ain't all about always just being bold, ignorant, and all of that. Sometimes it's about, you know, being aware. Stop a lot being aware, right? Because just say I got to work next to this person, and let's say they deal with all type of bad spirits, real type of energies that connect to people and all of that. Well, once I discern that and I'm aware of it, I can stop all that with a prayer. I can be aware enough to pray, dear Lord, protect me. I'm about to go in here around this person, and they got these energies. And you lay down a prayer, and it works. Why? Because it's full of intention, it's full of strength, and most importantly, it's faith. And that's what stops evil, faith in those types of things. That's why people get attacked, because they don't do it. You sit up there with a person that got them kind of spirits, wonder why your life coming apart, and quite possibly because you just never prayed.
Okay.
4 swords to the devil, no. Like, and at the same time, you could be a person that is, wow, you see that butterfly? Hey, you could be a person that's forced to, you could also be being forced to, like, I'm having a vision, y'all, so bear with me. And I'm saying Peter, like, Peter was locked up at one time in the Bible, right? He was locked up, and he was supposed to get executed the next morning, right? So the angel of the Lord came and freed Peter, right? And you know what the angel of the Lord was met with when he got to Peter? Peter was asleep.
Peaceful. Because
he had a great faith. Mind you, he was scheduled for execution in the morning. And when the angel came, Peter was in there like this. He was so comfortable with his relationship with God that the angel had to shake him and tell him, come on, Peter, get up. And open him, right? So this could be you, you know? So with that, I guess, like, if that's somebody's story, that's a great faith to have to rest, you know, to be able to rest in the face of adversity and your problems and know that God has your back.
It's real.
As well, right?
I love that. Okay. We got retreat into nature, green man. I don't know if you have a green thumb, okay? You could be a person, you could be a plant mom. You could own a lot of plants. You could have your own garden, okay? You can have a lot of crops growing. Whatever it is, there's something about you being very abundant here because the 9 of Pentacles is here. So that lets me know there's some kind of security here, okay? I feel like you're free as a bird because we have possibilities here, and it says free spirit, free-spirited, adventure and risk, okay? Healthy risk, right? infinite possibilities because you trust yourself. Once you begin to trust yourself, you understand that, you know, there's limitless possibilities. Okay, limitless possibilities.
Indeed.
Okay, you could be very free spirited. I'm seeing someone just running through the grass barefoot. Okay, very free spirit. Okay, something like that. I feel a lot of security here, though. I don't know if I don't know if you've invested in something, because before you get to the 9 of Pentacles, you have the 7 of Pentacles where you invest into something, and then you have the 8 of Pentacles where you become the master at something. So whatever you invested in, you became a master at, and then it brings in abundance, 9 of Pentacles. So this may be something that's coming into you, right? So imagine this: if you're strategically planning right now, right? If you're strategically investing right now, right, you could be at the 7 of Pentacles, right? Okay, moving towards the 8 of Pentacles where you become a master at this, self-mastery, right? And then you have this 9 here. That's when you see the fruits of your labor. See, I'm seeing that, you know. I'm seeing you literally walking in abundance. I don't know if this is a garden, okay, a nursery, you know, a farm, or whatever this is that you're manifesting over here. I see you, okay, here, stable, right, and really accomplishing your goals, right? Someone's like, you know, this is a dream you have been, you know, thinking about since childhood, and I see you achieving this. Adventure. Someone's taking healthy risk here, and because you are willing to take risk, it brings in abundance, the reward. Okay. Yeah, time to get dinner. My Mansky Ransky.
Time to get it chopped.
You're my favorite Mansky Ransky.
It feels so good out here.
It does. Besides the mosquitoes biting through my pants,
man,
my socks, and all that stuff, it does feel very, very nice outside. But I'm ready to go in and like shower and like not be bit anymore. But I love the energy out here. It feels very good.
Yes, yes, yes. It does.
So we hope that you guys enjoyed the message. Okay, we hope that the message resonated. It helped you. It inspired you. Okay, if you enjoy, you know, leave us a comment. We do read our comments. Okay, I know we can't respond to everyone. It's hard when you have 2 of us because we don't want to talk on top of each other. You know, we work very hard to get away from that, so we try to be respectful of one another. You know, so we see all of your comments. We see we send all of you guys love, and if we do have a minute, we do try to, you know, call you out by name. Thank you guys for rocking with Elemental Beings. If you're not already, make sure you're following the page so that you don't miss more videos like this. We may pop up later on with the late little pajama chat or something like that. I don't know. Sky is the limit, and possibilities are endless. Okay.
I really want to say I appreciate you for taking the time to be here.
Yes.
Right? I know this is not always an easy channel to be on.
Yeah.
But I promise you, it's always growth.
We growing together, baby.
Definitely growth.
Right. Soul Tribe, yeah, we down for life.
Over here, nobody's better than anybody else. Right?
Okay, we probably harder on ourselves then.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So keep yourself in alignment, okay? Keep your spirit put. That was your message. Accept or reject it. We Elemental Beings. We catch y'all next time.